Namaskar everyone. I wish to, on behalf of everyone, I wish to welcome our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Head of our Agriculture Department family, Sri Kanak Vardhan Singh Deosar, to this occasion. And I also wish to welcome Hagiwara San and the entire FAO team, Mr. Jitender Jaiswal, Kondari DG, Mr. Sanjay Sethi, and all of you to this Inception workshop. I also join my director, Soil Conservation and Water Set Development colleague, and many others in welcoming many distinguished people in the audience. Dr. Raut, the ex-dean of OUAT, Dr. Behra, Dr. Mishra, and many of you who have joined this workshop. The CSO and the NGO community, prominent persons like Mr. Achyut Das and many others have joined. I welcome each one of you to this Inception workshop. आपण मानकु समस्त को बाकी जिला मानकु जो माने आछथि समस्त को मु व्यक्तिगत भावे विभाग तरफ रु स्वागत जणाया पे चाहूची जो माने ए प्रोजेक्ट रे those of you who have joined the new joinees are also welcome. We have huge expectations from each one of you and from each of the member of our DFE team. Today we are in a very critical situation because the impending cyclone Dana, but then we did not want to put off this Inception workshop for two reasons. One is that the things have already been organized and we are very well prepared. The preparedness, the disaster preparedness of Odisha state is known worldwide. It is one of the best, not only in the country, it's a global benchmark for the rest of the world. We are fully prepared, so we are not missing out anything that might impact adversely to our farmers community. And second, because the title, the theme of this workshop aligns well with this kind of a thing, that disaster preparedness, and as to how do we mitigate or kind of face the climate related challenges. The agri-food system is facing very numerous challenges that impacts the sustainability, the productivity, and the human well-being. But I would just like to touch upon few of the environmental challenges. It is very obvious, Sanjay Sethi ji has already elaborated, but I would just like to tell what are the challenges that we practically consider in our framework. And just for information of this audience, those of you who have come for the first time to our department activities, all our policies are designed to kind of face our challenges. Odisha could be, I feel proud being the secretary of this department that all our policies, all our programs, all our projects, they are designed to address such challenges coming from the climate change angle, and also from the nutrition, from gender, and also from the inclusivity, the equity and justice side, because 40% of Odisha's population, they are disadvantaged. Scheduled caste and scheduled tribe population is one of the highest in the country. 40%. Can you imagine? 23% are tribals. Every fourth person in Odisha is a tribal, and 17% of our population they belong to the scheduled caste community. So we are very much conscious about it. So all our policy designs, we wish to make it inclusive. So when we talk about the environmental challenges, obviously the climate change comes at the top, and that's where we see the rising temperatures. But to my mind, if you take aside the rising temperatures, now we should consider the precipitation patterns are very important now. You were mentioning that we get about 1445 millimeters of average annual rainfall in Odisha. It is very huge. But then when the precipitation is coming, the rainfall is coming, they are extremely heavy. So today, we are more than the wind speed, we are more worried about the extremely heavy rainfall. And the IMD predictions say that it could go as high as 20 to 30 centimeter in a day or two. 200 to 300 millimeter of rainfall in 2-3 days is a huge amount of rainfall that could alter any kind of cropping systems. So rising temperatures and this altered precipitation patterns are a great worry, and then how do we address that is our challenge, and we are addressing them in all our schematic interventions.
Jai Jagannath, dignitaries on the dais, Sri Takayuki Hagiwara, representative of FAO, Sri Jitendra Jaiswal, GEF expert, Dr. Arvind Padi, IAS, Principal Secretary, Agriculture, Farmer Empowerment Department, as well as the Chief Administrator of Lord Jagannath Temple, Sri Nikhil Pawan Kalyan, IAS, Director Soil Conservation and Water Resources, Sri Sunil Sethi, National Technical Coordinator, dignitaries of the dais, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I would like to thank you all for being present here on a subject which is going to be discussed over the next couple of days, 4 days, if I heard Mr. Sethi correctly, over the next 4 days. And I would like to thank Sri Takayuki Hagiwara. You were right when you said your name is quite a tongue twister. I was noticing on your visiting card which you exchanged with me that you stay in 55 Lodhi Estate. My wife stays only 30 houses away from you in 85 Lodhi Estate. Now coming back to the issues that Mr. Sethi as well as Principal Secretary Agriculture Dr. Padi raised here, everybody is talking about the cyclone which is going to come. I once remember having read an article that every time there is a cyclone, it is named after a lady, but this time the cyclone is called Dana, and Dana is associated with agriculture. It brings Pani with it also. So Dana Pani is not going to damage Odisha's agriculture. This is my belief, and this is all with the blessings of Lord Jagannath. Friends, Mr. Sethi, while speaking, mentioned that you have taken 3 blocks of Ganjam and 3 blocks of Kalahandi, and you talked about what Kalahandi was earlier famous for. But let me tell you one thing, that the scenario in Kalahandi has changed over the years after the completion of the Indravati project. It is totally, probably today, Kalahandi is looked at as the granary of not only Orissa, the entire country. The amount of grain produced there, except for one block probably, which is Kesinga, the rest of Kalahandi has become a total green area. Irrigation is one thing. If we can take it to the people, we have a lot of rivers. Our late Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee had talked about river linkages. The current Prime Minister also on his agenda has river linkages as part of his program. If you want the GF7 Polar project to have the desired impact, then we must look at providing irrigation potential to the farmers so that the cropping pattern also can increase and improve, and the soil conservation along with that can be restored. Global warming is a phenomena with which the entire world is faced with today because of deforestation. Deforestation has taken place because it's a fight between human and nature. We need to revisit our past follies and build for a better future and leave behind something for the future generation for which we will be remembered and known tomorrow. I seek your support. I seek FAU's support in helping the state of Orissa. I mean, I'm grateful that you have thought of Orissa as one of the states to take up under your wings for the G7 Polar scheme. Similarly, we would like you to handhold us, and we in turn will work towards a better Orissa. We promise you that this government, the current government, is totally committed to the people to provide a better Orissa, better cropping pattern. We need to also look at developing, because when the crops are there, you need to store them properly so that they are not damaged by cyclones and other natural calamities which we are prone to. And before I take leave from you, I would just like to add that there are times when a lot of friends ask me, why did you get this portfolio of agriculture and energy? Everybody used to think that probably having had earlier innings in the industry portfolio or in the urban development portfolio, I would probably get that. I jokingly tell them, look, it's not, I got it because of my initials. My initials are KV, K for Krishi and V for Vidyut. So you shouldn't be surprised about it. Any challenge is a challenge, and Orissa's preparedness to take on any eventualities, as rightly pointed out by Dr. Padi, that we've been doing a review since yesterday after the news of the cyclone Dana started doing the rounds in the news, and we are totally prepared to take on any eventuality to provide reservoir power generation at the earliest, as well as to give relief to the farmers wherever required, and we will not fail in our endeavors of any sort. And I'm sure the 4 days that you are going to have interactions over here is going to be fruitful, and Orissa will benefit from it.